They marched us out onto a red clay field, a couple hundred women in battle dress fatigues carrying M16s with bayonets attached. In the middle of the field there was a wooden platform and the drill sergeant climbed on top of it with his bullhorn. We stood in rows of 2 and were ordered to do a 180 spin to face whoever was behind us. The bullhorn called out, "Attack position, ha!" and we all had to scream ha and lunge toward our partners. "What makes the grass grow?" the bullhorn bellowed. "Blood! Blood makes the grass grow," we all had to scream. "What's the spirit of the bayonet?" To kill, to kill, to kill with no mercy. We had to scream that over and over. The irony was that ever since I was a little girl, I'd never believed in killing. I would get upset when people would smash fireflies and smear their light on the sidewalks of the small town in Ohio where we first lived. So, now, how could I scream about killing with no mercy? That was so wrong, but we had to. We had to. And she talks about being religious as she grew up as well, very involved in the church. She goes on, the chaplain was strolling along the edge of the field, smiling and nodding. Good job. It was just horrible. I thought, oh my goodness, what have I done? I'm in a parallel universe. This is against everything I've ever learned, against who I am. But I honestly didn't know what to do. He was just this regular American guy from Oklahoma. And he was traveling all across Canada talking about what his experience had been in Iraq, how he was made to break down the doors of houses and children crying and screaming and women totally terrified as their husbands were being taken away. And he said he took the clip out of his gun. He did never carry a loaded gun because it was just so horrendous going into those situations and he wasn't going to kill anybody. He also talks about seeing when he went to an area where the bodies were being held for Iraqi women to come and identify their sons or husbands or relatives. He walked into the area and some of the heads of the Iraqi victims were being kicked around. The guys were playing soccer with them. And he said in these bags, I mean, they were just bags of bodies, or they were bodies just, there sitting there, and these Iraqi women would come to find their sons and just see them so mistreated.
What would you say to those who say the military is there for protecting our country and your freedom to write this book?
That's great. So let's have a National Guard, and let's let the military protect us when things like hurricanes happen. Let's have a National Guard ready to protect us in case our borders are invaded. Yeah, I mean, I think the military, with all of the training of people, particularly if the training could be done without really abusing people, but to train a group of people to work together as a united force could be such a fabulous force in the world, right? There was one man I read who had been in New Orleans after the hurricane, said it was the most fulfilling experience of his life. That's what he had always wanted to do. He joined the military to be of help, to be of service. So many of these people joined the military out of great ideals. I mean, what an ideal to offer your life for your country. That's an ideal. And then to have that ideal bastardized into killing and carrying out some insane policy when what they want to do is serve.